Welcome back to Man of Quest New Horizons. I'm Day Darling. I shall see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today, here at a much more reasonable time of 4 PM rather than 10 PM. So I'm a bit more refreshed and, let's talk about things. Well, I mean, I guess we talk about things in every episode, but I mean, of course, I wasn't here the weekend and met up with a load of friends. Not going to go into big details about what we did. Or anything about my personal life, but one thing I'm going to talk about is because we organised this sort of like karaoke thing which happened where basically beforehand one of her friends, she made like a Spotify playlist and she was like, add whatever songs that you would want to sing in like a karaoke thing, and it wasn't like we went to karaoke bar, it was a very informal thing. Like she bought up a karaoke microphone and we just played it on Spotify with like the live lyrics, and it was very fun, and we'll get onto that in a second. Hello everyone, right now in Fawnhollow it's 4:23 PM on Tuesday, May 24th, 2022. So this must be Gulliver. I think we had a Gulliver last week. And you know me, I love to sing quite a lot, even in episodes. I sing way more outside of recording these episodes, by the way, than I do sing in these episodes. And you might already be like, you already sing quite a lot in these episodes. I'm like, yeah, imagine me in real life, and how annoying all my friends must be. I'm not even that great a singer. I would say I have musical theory knowledge. I don't have much of a singing practical knowledge, but I can play the piano and can. Well, I'm not sure if I can play violin that well anymore, but and I think I at least got some muscle memory in there, and I can get back to it if I want to. But it has been a very long time since I've played violin. Technically, I could play the recorder as well, but that's been a while. Yeah, so I like to sing. I like to sing quite a lot. And to be fair, it's actually a thing where I feel like I was a lot worse at singing like years and years ago. And then, just by the fact that I just sang by myself all the time. I think I've gotten better to the part where I'm just like, for someone who's never trained at singing, I'm okay. If you compare me of a small subset of scale of people who've never had a singing lesson before, I feel like I'm in the top 50% of people who've not had a singing lesson before. No, maybe that's a bit high. Okay, that's a bit generous. Maybe top 70%. I thought about that a bit more. There's a lot of people who are actually quite talented at singing naturally. Yeah, maybe I'm like top 70% or something. I don't really know exactly how the sort of sliding scales of singing talents go or whatever, but singing is one of those things I definitely want to get better at some point. At some point I might actually take singing lessons at some point. That does sound like something that would be quite a lot of fun, or and then join a choir or something. I mean, choir itself sounds a bit boring, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so that was the thing. There was quite a lot of us. There was about 13 of us, and we I don't want to go to work, and we were just singing a load of songs on a Spotify playlist. Basically, it was for a long time actually. I think it was from like 9 PM to 2 AM. So about like 5 hours of like is that right? That can't be right. That sounds too long. Maybe it was from about 10 or 11. No, maybe it was about 11 to 2 AM. That sounds more right. About 3 hours of songs. And on the other Spotify playlist, so a huge amount of songs. I didn't even add that many. Like, I believe I was like, I could just look it up. I suppose I've got Spotify on my computer. I can just tell you like the actual numbers and facts and figures about it. There were 10 hours basically of songs on this playlist, and you might be like, were you planning to do karaoke for 10 hours? No, we just had a huge backlog of things, basically just being like, oh, what, basically as soon as you can think of a song that would be fun to sing, add it to a playlist. And since there's 13 of us, well, I'm gonna say maybe like 8 of us actually added things in it. I didn't add that much, I'm gonna be honest. I was very much on the low side of like the people who added things. I added maybe about 15 songs, I would say. So not an absurd amount by any means, but also like not, I suppose, contributing my fair share to a certain degree. But 10 hours is a lot, and there's a lot of like bangers on here. And it started off as I understand it, very sort of meme idea. I don't even know exactly how it quite got concepted into existence, because I don't think I was there for when it was pitched as an idea. But when I heard about it as an idea, I was like, absolutely, I'll do this. That sounds great. So it's, a lot of these early songs are quite like memey. There's Chug Jug With You, Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. Hold on, I need to make things bigger to actually see and typing go. We've got Baby Kate's got Let It Go. That's not for me. Oh, we didn't get to sing Addict from Has Been Hotel. There's so many songs in there, obviously we couldn't go through the entire thing. We did spend a huge amount of time singing. That's actually one of the first times I've done karaoke, at least one of the first times since I've been like since older than 10, I think I've done karaoke, because I had done, I think I brought this up before, I did karaoke with in China with my family and some of their family friends and that sort of thing, you might be like, how did you do karaoke in Chinese? I didn't. I just sang English songs, and then whatever English songs they had. But I didn't sing that often. I was like, I was like 10, and then of course it was all the adults singing. We were just sort of there because we were with children and whatnot. A strange memory I have of basically one of the family friends giving us his tablet, which was basically like this milk tablet. I think it was like a tablet. I think you were meant to dissolve it in water to get like a milk substitute or milk equivalent, but we didn't. We just like sucked on it, and I remember just being like, this sucks. It's terrible. But I don't know why we did it, so who knows. But I sang some songs. I don't really remember all that well. My sister remembers it better than I did, and apparently she was like, oh yeah, we sang like ABBA songs, and then oh my god, all the family friends were like, oh dear darling, you're really good at she's really good at singing. And I was like, oh, I am. I was like, was I? But I don't know, it might just be one of the things, family friends, there's kind of like flattery beget, no, that's not a phrase, flattery begets company, but just sort of like play flattery, like it's not like people are going to exactly go to 8-year-old and be like, you suck at singing. If you do, then please don't, is my recommendation. But anyway, there's a lot of banger songs in there, and I absolutely loved it. You know how much I love singing, actually singing together, socially with a huge group of friends. What more could I ask for, I suppose? And it was great. The only downside I really had is the fact that I don't have particularly like great stamina or anything like that. So I can't sing continuously for huge amounts of time. So I can sing like a couple of songs in a row, but once I start singing too many songs in a row, I start to get like really lightheaded, because kind of like I'm out of breath and that sort of thing. It's been better now since I've actually started doing these YouTube videos. I find like if you actually go to the start of some of the really like commentary heavy episodes of certain series, you actually start hearing me running out of breath, basically, and just being like. Just been like really tired. It's a sort of thing where I could start like feeling like blood sort of pulsating through my veins, which you might be like, you should probably like search up and go see a doctor about that. Maybe I should, but I also like, I'm 90% sure it's just because I don't do enough exercise. Don't do as much exercise as I should do, and just have absolutely terrible stamina. Statistically, I haven't really done much to help my sort of cardiovascular circulation. But yeah, so I can't sing huge amounts of songs like continuously in a row, which is a bit of a shame, but otherwise I definitely would have tried to belt out every single song. But there were plenty of songs I did not know, though, to be fair. And that's just sort of the nature of it. We're 13 different people, we're all very different people, we all have very different songs which we know, we don't know. There's some songs which very few people knew that I knew, and then there's very songs which tons of people knew. I like to think everyone had a bit of a go at singing. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I didn't completely check up on everyone, but at least I hope at least people had a fun time. Maybe not everyone did, which I suppose that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose, with 13 different opinions, huh? But I'm just here to talk about my own sort of experience with it, and I loved it. Karaoke was great fun, and it was great fun singing. I wasn't particularly like drunk or anything at that point, you might be wondering. I did a lot of drinking earlier in the day, and by that time I think a lot of the alcohol sort of like weaned its way off of me. But there's a lot of good songs in here. Let It Go from Frozen. I'm very known for when Frozen came out, I was known for singing basically Frozen songs all the time. It's cool. So Let It Go is very much my sort of thing. That came out, managed to sing it. I'm a bit sad Addict didn't come up. Addict is a really good song from Hazbin Hotel. Let's see, Legends Never Die. I think I did come up. It's a bit difficult to remember sometimes. True True Friend came out from My Little Pony. That's a song that me and actually the person who came up with the karaoke idea, I suppose, in first place was have like a special bonding song over, I suppose. It's a My Little Pony song if you don't know, and it was only us two singing this, obviously. Maybe some other people joined in towards the end. It's a very repetitive song. You can, because that's the thing. Even though if you don't know the song, you can kind of pick up how the song goes pretty quickly, because just by the nature of choruses and repeated stanzas, etc., etc. That was probably my favourite one, singing that. It very much brought me back to those days when we used to sing on going to lectures. We didn't talk about Bruno, didn't come up. Oh, that's so sad. Diana Wells on Night in the Woods came up. That was actually quite a fun one to do as well. Katie A sadly didn't come up, but Pokérap came up. That I sort of contributed a little bit in there. There was a lot of Dragon Force songs. I don't really know much about Dragon Force. I only know sort of vaguely about them. Moana song. I didn't even realise that was on the other playlist, but I haven't actually seen Moana, so I wouldn't be able to sing it, unfortunately. Enemy from the hit Riot Arcane series. Basically, I'm just going to talk through like these 9,000 songs and just have conversations about them, and you can I'll just drop a comment here and there. Born This Way with Lady Gaga. That's actually a really, really fun song to sing. I didn't actually know, but a lot of these songs basically were like, I know the song and I know the chorus, but I've never actually heard the verses because I have never actually listened to like the song in full. But that's Born This Way is actually a really fun song to sing, especially like the last sort of like a third of it or something. When it basically gets super hyped up. I don't even know what song that is. A Pokemon theme? Oh, the Pokemon theme didn't come up. That would have been gone. You Are a Pirate. I'll make a man. There's so many good songs on here. Obviously, we had 9 hours of songs. I mean, I guess if anything, we can just sort of cull a lot of the songs which didn't come up, and then we'll just have like a watered down playlist for next time full of songs that we can actually sing next time round. You Are a Pirate didn't come up. I'll make. It's a bit sad. I'll make a man. Wait, hold on. We got a recipe. I'll make a man out of you didn't come up. That's a really good one. Rum came up. I don't know if any of my friends are watching, but they won't remember the joke I made about that. No one else needs to know. What is that? Oh, Zero to Hero. That wasn't it. Did Bad Romance come up? I don't think so. That's also a good one. September. I feel like September came up. I don't remember singing it though. Maybe it didn't. Bad Guy came up. I remember singing that. I'm a bad guy. It was very fascinating, I think, to actually hear a lot of these songs in their full. There's a lot of Lady Gaga applause is on here. Valerie. Oh, Lone Digger is on here. Caravan Palace. I didn't realise that. I don't even know what the lyrics are to that one. I've Got a Dream from Tangled. That one actually came up, and I was ashamed to say, like, being someone who sings Disney songs all the time, I didn't actually know the lyrics to that one, because I've only seen Tangled once, and I've not listened. The only song I particularly know from Tangled is And At Last I See the Light. Oh, House of Asmodeus came up, but unfortunately it didn't have lyrics. So it's quite a difficult one to sing. If that one had like the Spotify live lyrics one, I would absolutely have sung that, despite the fact I don't know that well. It's such, be warned if you do look it up, and it's a little bit raunchy, shall I say. Oh, Four Chords Axis of Awesome came up. That's a song I used to listen to all the time when it first came out, because it was like, we didn't know Axis of Awesome were like this comedy music group or what have you. I don't really know much else about them, but it was super, super popular back in when I was in like year 7 or year 8. Maybe year 6-ish. I can't even remember. But we used to perform it in, these comedy shows, and if you don't know, basically they have a full progression like 1-4-5-1 or something. It's incredibly common in pop, I guess because it's a perfect cadence, so it sounds very satisfying, and it feels like it actually resolves. And they were sort of basically making fun of how often this chord progression comes up in songs, and basically it's a mashup of all these different songs which feature this chord progression somewhere in the song. A Dancing Queen came up. That was a fun one. ABBA, endlessly singable. It's going to be a sad day, because eventually, popular artists like come in and come out of favour and that sort of thing. It's going to be a sad day when ABBA, I suppose, completely falls out of favour and people don't even know how ABBA songs go anymore. Dancing Queen is a legit banger. Oh, Love Story didn't come up. Oh, one of the Taylor Swift songs. Oh, You Belong. No. No. Which one came up? Oh, We Are Never Ever Ever Getting Back Together. That one came up. That's good fun. And every single time a karaoke came up, now I think about it from the song is there was often a lot of like ad libs during songs, because these are talented pop artists where we're going to flex their vocal muscles, I suppose, when they actually have the songs, and do these crazy sort of like ad libs and high notes towards the end of the songs. The accompaniments. I always try to sing them basically when they came up, but the problem is with a lot of songs I don't actually know how they go. But We're Never Ever Getting Back Together is the one I sort of know. Sort of know. So I apologise to any of my friends, if they didn't quite approve of my like not very good high notes or anything of ad libs or that sort of thing. But it was a lot of fun singing a lot of harmonies, and I did basically go for every single high note there was. It's a benefit. I do tend to have like a higher voice, a larger vocal range than some people might certainly expect. And my falsetto is not that weak, luckily, so I can go quite high with a surprising amount of volume. But it's It's not exactly the most controlled thing in what I say. It's also a thing I can actually do whistle notes, but no Mariah Carey songs come up. I don't know if any Mariah Carey songs are on the playlist. I can actually do whistle notes, but it's very uncontrolled, and it's very much something I should not do particularly often, but it's quite funny. Oh, Mr. Brightside, that would have been a good one. The Bohemian Rhapsody don't think come up. I think A Queen song came up, right? Oh, Don't Stop Me Now came up. Oh, did All Star come up? I feel like it did. I want to dance. Oh, there's so many good songs in here. A Whole New World didn't come up? Oh my word. Oh, Stay didn't come up with Justin Bieber and Kid Laroi. That's one I used to sing all the time. But there's a holiday I went on like ages ago to Wales with a couple of friends. I mean, if you go through the Animal Crossing videos, you might be able to find it. But that's quite a lot of searching. Where I discovered the song Stay, and I was like, oh man, I actually really, really like that song. Oh, Complicated King. I can't believe Skater Boy didn't come up by Avril Lavigne. That's a really good one as well. Oh, Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. Hot and Cold by Katy Perry. You're Beautiful by James Blunt. I don't think that came up. Oh my god, there's so many good songs on here, and I can't believe they didn't come up. Mr. Sandman by the Chordettes came up, which is very strange. It's a song. It was a bit of a meme in the group because I kept going like bum 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 bum, and then like another song, not another song, and my friend was just being like, ah. Every time you sing it, it gets stuck in my head, and it's the only song that will get stuck in my head for the rest of the rest of the day. And I'm like, well, that only entices me to sing it more often, I suppose. Oh, Despacito, I didn't come up. Toxic came up. Toxic was one I really like. Oh, Chandelier didn't come up. Chandelier is my sort of song. You know, I do love Sia's songs. I love her songs. I like to emphasize, and I don't really know much about her as a person, but you know, she's got some like weird. She's got some weird stuff surrounding her, certainly. But Chandelier is a fantastic song, and it's just chock full of random high notes, which you know, you can imagine just a group of people trying to hit those high notes is incredibly fun. There's a lot of like old songs in it which I remember like hearing on radio. Like I Predicted Riot and Ruby were two songs which came up, which I remember hearing ages ago. But I was like, I literally don't know how because I used to listen to it, not used to listen to it on radio, but sometimes they come out on radio, or whatever when they were super popular. But it was actually I was like, I don't think I've actually ever listened to the entire song or you know paid attention to what the entire like verse of the entire song goes like. So then so Don't Stop Believing. That's like your sort of like classic like group singing song, ain't it? I feel like that's one people always sing. I mean, it's very sort of Glee style. Maybe because of Glee, I don't really know. She's so lovely. Oh, Call Me Maybe came off. That was a fantastic one as well. Look at all these like sort of pop songs. I'm basically reading a name of a pop song and being like, oh yeah, that's a good song. It was very fascinating hearing all the songs. You know, I've got to give credit to especially some of my friends. They know who they are. They just went super hard on basically every single song, despite not knowing like all the songs or whatever. But that's credit. That's the sort of stamina I wish I had when I was singing. Oh, Breakfast at Tiffany's, that's a good one as well. You know, it turns out 9 hours of songs, that's a very good, huge amount. And, you know, only singing 3 hours of it was not much. Oh, Friday from Rebecca Black didn't come up. Oh, Ironic from Alanis Morissette. Oh, my word. There's a lot of songs which came up which I didn't know. 24 Hour Drive Through, I didn't know what song that was. Origami Angel, never heard of him, to be honest. Unsurprisingly, I know pop songs, I don't know rock songs. Oh, Barbie Girl didn't come up, that would have been a good one. Oh, Reflection from Mulan. Okay, that's a very me song as well. A sort of bittersweet melancholic song. I used to sing that all the time as well at university. Oh, Baby Shark didn't come up. Oh, that's also my sort of song. Oh, but you know what, Evanescence, Bring Me to Life came up. And you know I went for the high parts. It was such a fantastic unison of having, you know, people just sort of automatically split into, you know, the different parts of the songs. Singing the high notes and singing the low notes. That happened as well during the Backstreet Boys one as well. Was it what's it called? I want it that way. Tell me why. And then, you know, some people sang that part, some people ain't nothing but a heartache. I don't remember which parts I sang, to be perfectly honest. I always like try and default to the higher parts in songs and that sort of thing because they tend to be a lot better placed in my vocal register. But the most annoying songs are the song because like obviously I'm not a trained vocalist, so my high register is not as like trained as it could be, certainly. So you know, songs which should be technically in my register if I could actually if I actually trained in singing end up not being. So it's sort of like a weird situation where like I had to sing, you know, well I sing like in my comfortable range, like up here, like I want it that way. I mean, it's not a good one because this one is my register, but like if it went high, like tell me why. I would be like, do I have to sing it that high or do I have to sing tell me why? And then I had to go up again, ain't nothing but a heartache, instead of going down because I can't go ain't nothing but a heartache. I mean, to be fair, I shouldn't complain because, you know, as a tenor, I assume. No, Biscuit, you cannot leave. No, don't go. As that sort of like tenor vocal range, I suppose maybe contralto vocal range might be more accurate. I don't know. I think it's a little bit above tenor. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think it's counter tenor. I'm not an expert in vocal range. You know, vocal ranges are kind of variable anyway, aren't they? I shouldn't complain because most sort of pop songs are certainly within that vocal range. So I sort of get like the better end of a deal compared to, you know, people who are like baritone singers who, you know, have to basically sing like really high, uncomfortably high, or basically sing down an octave or even 2 octaves a lot of time. It's very difficult. And I certainly get the best end of a deal actually being able to sing in the actual octaves itself. So, you know, I shouldn't complain. But sometimes there are songs where I'm just like, you know, I mean, that's why I want to get better at singing, so then I can actually just bust them. Sing the songs as I want to sing them, you know? That's what I like. Fascination didn't come up. That's a good one. Oh, What Makes You Beautiful? Oh, the Japanese songs didn't come up as well. Like, that's actually surprising that, like, people in our group can kind of speak Japanese, you know? Like, obviously, I think, you know, not to do my own, I'm probably the best at Japanese in my group, I would say. And then, you know, there's a surprising amount of people who are, like, at least, like, basic conversational sort of level, or, you know, had studied in the past but don't even remember. I feel like it's a sort of thing, once you study in the past, you sort of remember exactly how to say the sound, so, you know, as long as you can read the hiragana, you're kind of mostly fine. There's 2 anime songs I put on here, and Don't Say Lazy from K-On!, which is the only song I know from K-On!, but it was because my friend they were just like, oh, you know, I want to put some K-On! Songs, but, you know, I don't think anyone will sing them, and I was like, oh, I know one K-On! Song, I'll sing that with you, if it comes up. And Don't Say Lazy is the only one I know, because it's one which is really popular in, mobile rhythm game sort of scene. Like, it was on Bandori. I think is it on Project Sekai? No, it probably isn't, because it's not a Vocaloid song now I think about it. Please don't say you are lazy, date honto wa crazy. And I also put Hikaru Nara out there because that's a very popular anime song. Your Lie in April, anyone? Haven't actually seen it, but I just know about it. Oh yeah, I was going to check my new command missions. Chop wood, hit rocks. And there's not actually many star pieces on the ground because, as I recall, we only had like 3 shooting stars, I think, last night. Oh, Rather Be didn't come up. That's like one of my favourite songs. I love Clean Bandit, Rather Be. That song never came up, I think, from One Direction. That was a pretty one. I feel like One Direction's very singable, you know. And by singable, I don't mean like within vocal range. I mean just like, it's very sort of catchy, very, very easy to sing along. You know, as pop songs that generally are, but, you know, I suppose that's kind of by design. So that's quite a fun one. What do you mean? I put Sakura Kiss on here. Okay, there's another Japanese one. That one might have gotten a skip because I don't know how well people can sing that. I Want It That Way immediately came on because I Want It That Way came on with Backstreet Boys, but I don't know if it was me who added both of them. I might have. No, I added I Want It That Way, and then my friend, she added the Weird Al eBay parody of it. I guess we probably both added them probably just being on the idea. I was like, what's the chances that both of them come up? And then what wouldn't you know it? I Want It That Way came up. Everyone had a fantastic time. About 5 songs later, I think eBay came up. And we just like we just sang a song. But we sang it again anyway. It's a good song. Very catchy. Skyfall by Adele. I didn't realise. Did I add that? I might have added that. I did like Adele. No, I didn't add that. I added Try Everything. That song that came up from the Zootopia, you know, the Zootopia one from Shakira. One that goes, I messed up tonight. Oh, why am I singing reverse instead of chorus? Try everything. It's a bit high. Try everything. That song, if you don't know, from Zootopia. I actually really like that song, but it's been ages since I sang it. So when it actually came up from lyrics, and I was reading the lyrics, and I was just basically going like, what song is this? Because, you know, as you might be inclined to do when you're doing karaoke, because in Spotify you only have like this really tiny thing on the bottom left basically saying what the song is. And, you know, I couldn't read it from where I was sitting, because I was sitting like way far on the extreme right, where I was basically reading the lyrics, just basically trying to be like, what song is this? And I was reading the lyrics being like, what? I messed up tonight. And I was like, that sounds familiar, where's that from? And I was like, oh, let's Try Everything. And then I got given a microphone. And I was like, yeah, I guess I should sing this song. This is kind of my song. Fantastic one. Spaceman, Eurovision. That was on there as well. Having everyone basically try and go for that high note, which I don't even know what note that is, a Spaceman. Spaceman. I'm not going to go higher than that because your ears will bleed. Bring It All Back from S Club 7. I'll Give That Wolf a Banana came out. I can't believe both Eurovision songs came on as well. That's quite a fun one. Give That Wolf a Banana. You know, I'll say this about Give That Wolf a Banana. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the Eurovision video itself, but I really like the actual like melodic sections of it. Like, is that saliva drip or blood dripping down your teeth? I can't remember how it goes. If you don't like a name, Jim, I will call you Keith. Ooh, something like that. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I actually really like those melodic sections, and the person who sings it has a really nice voice. I mean, the absolute like shell shock when, you know, it busted out going like, give that wolf a banana. Halo. Oh, Nobody Like You. I forgot I added that part way actually through the playlist thing. Like, this is a thing as well. One of my friends was like, "Hey, can I add a song to a playlist or whatever?" I was like, "Yeah." And he added Kickapoo from Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny. And then I remember it came on, and he wasn't the type to want to have a mic and, you know, lead the karaoke thing in the song. But he just had like such a visceral reaction to it because he added it, and then like 10 songs later it came on and he was like, "Ah!" And then we were just like, "Oh, sing the song, sing the song." He was like, "No." And then we gave him a mic, and he honestly, he killed it, I would say. I never heard that song before. And to be honest, who else was going to sing? I don't think anyone, I'm not even sure if anyone else knew the song. I'll be honest. I'm a bit sad Nobody Like You didn't come on. Halo's a really good one as well. I can see your halo. Wait, no, that's Rainbow. I just sang Rainbow by Sia. How does Halo go? I can see your halo, halo. I can see your halo, halo. That's what I meant. Why am I in here? I meant to do the radio exercises. Nobody Like You is from Turning Red. It's a very fun song. Okay, what am I going to do? Let's stretch. Okay, let me think about what else I was going to say about karaoke. There's probably other things I want to say. It's very tiring on your voice. You know what was the craziest thing about it? Is the fact that basically no one's voices were like completely wrecked the next day. You know, obviously we were tired, and, you know, staying up to like 3 AM or something doing karaoke is, you know, draining to anyone, but basically no one had lost their voice, as far as I'm aware. Some people might have. But I wasn't like, I thought my voice was going to die, but, you know, I thought about it more afterwards. It wasn't really my vocal cords which were hurting towards the end. It was just more like I was literally just like running out of breath. I wonder if I should like start searching that. It would be bad to find out if I had like a bad condition or whatever. I'm just going to stand here for daily exercises, I'm going to be honest. Kind of just like me in real life, but it's about like talking a lot makes me short of breath. Short of breath while talking. Indicate asthma. Oh. I don't think I have asthma. Dyspnea. Apnea. Dyspnea. I don't know how you say that. Associated symptoms of dyspnea. Rapid shallow breathing. Okay, it wasn't like that. It was just more like, yeah, I guess it was more like lightheadedness. And it's a weird feeling I get in my like fingers where I can like sort of feel like, not like feel the blood rushing through them, but it's sort of like a feel like tingling, I suppose, and that sort of thing, but not tingling. Asthma, bronchitis, pneumonia. I mean, it might be something to do with this, because I do have a chronic cough, if you don't know. It might be something related to this, I don't actually know. Carbon monoxide poisoning, that would be bad. Anemia? COVID, it's not COVID. I can tell you that much. Shortness of breath when talking, here we go. Indicate asthma, poor nutrition, lack of exercise. Okay, it's probably just lack of exercise, let's be honest. A blocked area, severe allergic reaction. Shortness of breath and dizziness. I know, it's basically, it's quite a wide sort of net casting. I'm basically putting it down to the fact I don't do enough exercise, which I certainly should do more. If anything, just to, you know, up my karaoke game, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, anyway, I mean, karaoke might not be your thing, so, you know, I would say give it a try if you want. I certainly think it's a lot of fun, but I understand it's also not for everyone. Not everyone's out, you know, quite as performative as I might be, certainly nowadays. But, and especially not everyone's as into singing as I certainly am. But, you know, if you get a chance in a social cafe, why not give it a bit of a shot? It's a bit, ickle bit of fun, I like to think. But anyway, oh, hello, you got fleas. I didn't see if it was Raymond or Audie who's got it. Raymond, certainly. What you got to say about that, Raymond? I'm not itchy anymore. Except when I wear a designer sweater made out of cheese graters and burlap. Itching is a part of making a statement. Is a statement that makes a wee bit itchy. I don't think you should wear that. And cheese graters. Anyway, I'm going to round off this episode here. So I don't know, karaoke, lots of fun. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling, and any likes, comments, subscription, shares, I've greatly appreciated. Join my Dear Darling Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. Hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.